Hello everybody, welcome to my 2024 reading wrap-up. Now I know it's pretty late, it's January 12th, the day that I'm filming this, in 2025, but at least it's not going up in March or something. Now this is not going to be a usual reading wrap-up because I went a little bit crazy in 2024 and I read so many books. So this is going to be more like sort of a book tag. I don't know if that's what a book tag is classified as. That's questions you made up yourself or questions you get from other people. But anyways, I'm not going to make too long of an intro, so let's just hop right to it. The first question I have is how many books have I read in 2024? Now, it's different depending on if you are going through my reading journal or my Goodreads, but I think it is 109. In my reading journal, I didn't count a lot of the mangas that I read, but I did count them in my Goodreads, so that might be why. My Goodreads has a bit more books. See, it says that I've read 106 books in 2024, which is still really good and really crazy. But that's kind of why I want to cut down my reading pace in 2025. I did not set a Goodreads goal because I don't want to feel pressured to read what I don't really want to. I just want it to be like a fun, enjoyable, relaxing experience, you know? Well, maybe not relaxing, but. The second question is how many library books did you get out in 2024? I think half of my books that I got out in 2024 were library books. At least I didn't get out like 75 library books in 2024 because I really have to read up my physical TBR. So I think it was like 52 or 53, around that number. It's way better using the library than buying books that you don't even know that you might like, or books that you do like but they're kind of mediocre and my bookshelf is really getting full, so I think I might need to get a new one soon. That might be a video coming up. We're getting into more specific book questions now. The third question is which book was a disappointment for you in 2024? Well, I'm gonna have to go through my reading journal for a little bit because lots of books were disappointments for me. The first disappointment of 2024 I have is Daughter of the Pirate King. This is actually the first book I ever read in 2024, and it was probably maybe a 2-star. I hardly ever give books 1 star unless they're like most terrible book I ever read or if it's a DNF. I was expecting a Pirates of the Caribbean, One Piece kind of story, but instead all I got is hardly any plot and a lot of romance, and I do not like that at all. It's just so annoying when the plot is totally overpowered by the romance. So yeah, this was really disappointing. I was actually considering donating this because I just don't care. I don't want to read the other books in the series just because this was such a disappointment to me. The other disappointment is actually a classic, which is Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. Now, I think I did a reading vlog in which I was reading this, and I was expecting it to be just like Anne of Green Gables. It was going to be so nice, but no. The characters were really 2D, and Rebecca was compared to be perfect. And she had no faults, while Anne, she has lots of faults. She gets into trouble a lot and stuff. So yeah, it was before Anne of Green Gables, but Anne of Green Gables did so much better. We have another book disappointment question, and this one is how many DNFs? I DNF'd 2 books. That might not seem like a lot to anybody, but I used to never DNF books at all. I always forced myself to finish them even though I hated them. I'll put the 2 DNFs on the screen right here if I remember to in my editing. Now we are going to see my top 3 rated books of 2024. I don't have one of them since one of them I got out of the library. My top 3 rated books of 2024 is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. Yes, I did get to reading this year, and it was actually really good. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. And actually for Christmas, I got a box set of them. These 2 are the same that's inside of here, except this one says part 1 and part 2. And Little Men and Joe's Boys are the sequel is, so I'm gonna definitely be getting to reading those in 2024. Next book that is on one of my top 3 rated books is Wistress by Nadine Brands. I am very disappointed in myself that I read this in May because this is like such a good wintry book. It's sort of like a Narnia-like analogy in it. The last book that's on my top 3 rated books in 2024 is called Words on Fire. I think I read this in another reading vlog. Jennifer A. Nielsen is one of my favorite authors. She makes fantasy and historical fiction middle grade. And I think she had one YA trilogy, which I read, and it was pretty good. I like her middle grade better. Words on Fire is actually based in Lithuania in 1899, I'm pretty sure. And it's basically them smuggling books from, I think it was Hungary, or if it was Belgium. But they were smuggling books from another country to Lithuania, and I did not even know that Lithuania was a country until I read this book. The message of it is like the power of books and literature and words and stuff, so I really, really like that one. Last question that I have written down here is the books that I didn't get to read. We are starting us off with yet another Jennifer A. Nielsen book, The Captive Kingdom. This is book 4 in the Ascendance trilogy, and I'm not really going to try to explain it because it's been like 4 books now. I have been really wanting to finish this series, and I definitely want to get the 5th book soon as well. One that I did not get to reading this year is Legends by Marie Lu. I was really excited to read this, and then after my excitement kind of died down a little bit, and then after reading Charlotte's Book Nook's her review on it on Goodreads, I'm now motivated to read this again. So this is definitely a read that I'm going to read in 2025. I don't know what went wrong with that sentence. Last one is one that I am very excited about, and that is, I have no idea how this is pronounced, Akarne? But anyways, the premise of this seems very much like Keeper of Lost Cities, and if you did not know, Keeper of Lost Cities right there is my favorite series. But this time, this one is YA. These are like really hard to find. I had to find mine on Amazon, and the paperback was like $10 more than the hardcover, so I got the hardcover version. Anyways, I think the reason these are so hard to find is because they're published in Australia. I think Lynette Noni is Australian. I don't know why, but like The Prison Healer, written by the same author, is super easy to find, so I don't really know. Yeah, so it says that she walks through a doorway to a new world, and I kind of really like books like these. People who've read Keeper of Lost Cities really like this too, so I have high hopes for this. If this does not live up to my expectations, I'm going to be throwing it across the room. And there you have it. That is my 2024 reading wrap-up. It's not much of a reading wrap-up, but it's just a little overview of some of the books that I've read this year, because it would be like a 40-minute video if I went through every single book that I've read this year. Anyways, I am hoping for more videos to come in this 2025 and not upload just once a month like I was doing before. So, goodbye then. Bye. Bye. Because I do this all the time. I'm like, oh, I'll put this right here, and after it just never shows up, and I only realize it after I've uploaded the video. So, I mean, whatever. You can like have a picture in your mind of what books I DNF'd. I don't even know where I'm going off with this. That I was actually just talking about. The cactus. So many books to clean up now. They're just thrown on the floor. Goodness gracious.